My name's Doug Malloy. Welcome to the Lean, and this is the instructional video. We're here in the shop, and I've got the plate, I've got the shoes, and I figured I'd just take a few moments and walk you through the Lean. It's actually really quite simple. Mostly what's going to be involved is just you getting used to doing it. It's nothing that's very complicated, but again, it's just a weird sensation when you first start learning the Lean. So you've received the plate, you have your shoes back. If you look at the bottom of the shoes, I'll come up, you'll notice you have your cleats set in, and this is the cleat system that's all been reinforced and placed into the shoes. And then we have our steel plate. The plate is really just very simple. You just lay it down and you're pretty much ready to go. To pick it up, I'll go over that first of all. I usually just reach my fingers. It's a little bit hard, especially on concrete or a flat surface, but as best you can, I just reach under, pick it up, and then I just grab it and go. I know it can be kind of heavy, but again, if you get used to carrying it around, I pick it up, throw it in my car. If I have to walk any long distance with it, I'll put it on one of those little airport luggage dollies and pull it around if I'm going a great distance. One of the other questions mostly I've been asked is, how do I hide the plate? I don't. I used to worry about hiding it. You could get indoor-outdoor carpets such as this carpet that we have here down on the floor. If you really wanted to, I could put the carpet on top of the plate, cut a couple of slits in the carpet for the bolt heads to poke up through. But over the years I found as much as I've done this, I do it pretty much anywhere and everywhere. And even if the plate's here, people still are amazed and ask me all the time, how do you do that? So I personally don't worry about hiding the plate anymore. Okay, so let's just go over what happens. You just mainly walk up to the bolt heads. You can stand on them, and I just simply feel for them under my feet, and I clip in. Now I'm locked to the plate. I can't come up, and that's really all there is to it. Just getting used to stepping on the bolt, sliding your foot forward, and locking in. Now when you first get your shoes, it may be a little snug. Over time they'll break in and the shoe will be able to go on much simpler and easier. But the key thing is you want to make sure that the shoe is locked all the way into the bolt, because if it's not, you can lean and pop out, which I had that happen one time before. My foot came undone, which is fine. If you ever do that, or if something were to let go, you could always just put your hands down, stop yourself. It's no big deal. It'd be very, very simple. So mainly just getting used to walking up to it. I can now do it. I'll just walk into frame, and I can literally walk in, I wave hi to the audience, and I adjust my feet, and now I know I'm locked in. So I don't even have to look down anymore. In the beginning, you may have to. All right, so now we're locked in place. The best way to lean is either to the left or to the right, depending on which way you are in the camera. Forward is okay, it's just the audience doesn't get that good of a perspective. Either to the right, which would be this way, or to the left. Now my left side is weaker, I can't lean quite as far. This way is the best way to lean. We'll talk about leaning to the right first. Either way is going to be the same. When you lean to the right, take your right foot, point your right toes at the right corner of the plate. Just aim your big toe for the right corner of the plate. So rule of thumb, lean to the right, right foot points to the right upper corner of the plate. My left foot pretty much stays pointed toward the audience, only I'll turn it in just a little bit. But it almost stays pointed at the audience, and my right foot is here. When I lean, I want to keep my body straight. I don't want to bend at the waist. In the beginning, I used to have a problem bending at the waist, but you want to keep your body as straight as possible. And when you're leaning to the right knee is going to bend slightly. The left leg, for the most part, stays fairly straight. It will give slightly at the knee, a little bit of flex, and the right knee will flex a little bit more. Let me do it so you can see. you'll notice that my right knee is slightly bent, the left leg stays fairly straight. Alright? Mostly it's just getting used to it. In the beginning, you may only be able to lean this far. Another thing I should mention is your feet, you're going to feel them doing weird things. When I'm in a full lean, my toes are curled and my foot will actually lift up out of the back of the shoe. It won't come out because that was the point of you sending us high tops. But you can see, if you can zoom in on this foot here, you'll watch how high up this foot will come. It cannot come out of the shoe because the high top shoe prevents that from happening. I also have them laced up snug, but my toes do curl and this foot does lift up. So that is normal if you feel that happen. I'm going to lean and you'll see this foot actually how high it comes up. Now I'm going to turn my foot here to the camera so you can see that if this wasn't a high top, my heel would actually come out of the shoe because it's a good probably 2 inches off the bottom of the shoe, which that is normal. That is just, it's all your weight pulling forward and wanting to come out. So don't worry about that. That's just part of the lean. Okay, so we'll do this again. I'll lean this way. Again, I keep my body straight and I'm going to lean. Just practice a little bit. And if you want, same. I'm going to lean to the left. Left foot points toward upper left corner of the plate. My right foot maybe turns just a little, but for the most part stays pointed at the audience. And I just keep my body straight and lean out over the corner of the plate. All right? I'm going to lean out over the corner of the plate, keeping the body straight. Okay? You may want to put a stool here or have it near a wall just so you get used to that sensation, because in the beginning it's weird. You feel like you're uncoordinated and you want to fall. The other thing is I keep my body straight going out this way. I don't try and turn my body toward the audience. I keep my body this way, yet my head will turn. All right? I'll do that in a full lean. So I'll come out, wave hi to the audience, I turn my feet, I go into a lean, my chest, everything's out to the right, but I'll turn my head, wave, push myself up. All right, the last thing I'll mention is when you practice this, just take a break, because your ankles here from the shoe against them can get sore back in here. It feels like it's worked, your calves. It's kind of like weightlifting. You will feel a little bit of soreness in your muscle till you really get used to it. As long as I've been doing this, if I do it repetitively, it's not very comfortable. So if you feel like you need to take a break, simply just take a break and then come back to it rather than trying to overexert yourself. So I think that pretty much covers it. And again, it's just a matter of really getting used to it. But simply locking in, turning your feet slightly, and then leaning. And before every show, I always stretch. Very important. Stretch your legs. You can do squats. Take your legs, stretch out the muscles, and no matter what your weight, I weigh about 150. Some guys have done it for 250, 280. It doesn't matter. Always stretch out, exercise, stretch your legs. Before you do any athletic or aerobic activity, that's a very good thing to do. So, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye for now. My name's